Oh, totally. That dovetails with everything that I've been saying about your inner authority.
Yeah.
Like my word today is sovereignty.
Beautiful.
Sovereignty in that you assume a direct connect with source. You assume a direct connect with guidance 24/7. When you assume that, you see it obvious. You know that there's a divine intention behind everything.
Mm.
Yeah, and you lean into that. It's like, okay, yeah, what are we doing here? That's your sovereignty. It's because it's all confirmed. It's interconfirmed back and forth. And your body tells you that. Your body tells you. Your body confirms. Your body hears the direction. Your body hears the intention. Senses it. Senses the energy of the moment. Because your brain can't understand it.
Morning, Pascal.
Hey guys,
Hey, Pascal.
how are we doing today?
Resilient.
Magnifique, monsieur.
Eh?
Magnifique.
Magnifique.
Oui.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
Ah, super, super. Ouais. Hmm.
Avec enchanté.
Yeah. Enchanté. Hmm.
Resiliently centered in sovereignty as we embody grace. That's
The words of the day.
Say that again?
Those are the words. This is a sentence from the words today. Go on, Jess.
Oh.
somebody else can make theirs up now.
In resilience, I step into my divine grace and centeredness. Those are the words so far from today.
Those are great sentences, both of them.
Yeah. Recycle the sentence.
Wow. Oh, I would add to that unwavering focus.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'd like to add another word. I don't know if this is allowed, but what did you say? Wildly what?
Unwavering focus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, unwavering focus on your wildly important wish.
Hmm.
But yeah, unwavering focus. Oof. Wow, that's where we're going toward, man. That's clicked. That's where we're going, unwavering focus. Oh my God, that feels good.
Yeah, it does, doesn't
Where we can just see the distractions and the confusions as that and keep the focus on what is wildly important to us. Wow. With resilience, grace, serenity, and centeredness.
Hi, Sandrell. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Having a
morning,
real party
Sandra.
today.
Good morning, beautiful souls.
Woo.
Good morning.
Good
Yeah, we've got a
morning.
right sentence cooked up for you, Sindrel. You're going to love this one.
Ooh, what's for supper?
Do you know, I'm just going to write the words down here, yeah? And then I reckon you're going to be able to pump something out for us magical because
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
taking it in turns right now. So let me just put the words in the comments. Welcome,
Better
Sindrel.
than
It's good
fried
to hear your
chicken.
voice.
Beautiful souls, beautiful souls, beautiful souls. Allison, Pascal, Joe. Do I know Joe? Love Lucian. Ah, like a revolution, a love-olution.
Yeah, you know me.
I can't-
Come on,
I can't
Sindrel.
believe
Don't be
it's the
forgetting
first
me
time
like
you've heard
that.
that term.
I don't
That's
think
good.
I ever picked up on Love-olution though. I love that.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is a revolution, man.
Yeah. Oh, it is. When the bees are buzzing, that's lovely. Good morning, Craig.
Good
And
morning. Good morning, little Cindy.
oh, you always call me out to play.
You betcha.
Yo, I've just put the words in there, yeah, Sindrel. So I reckon you'll be able to make something nice out of that. But Alison, what did you put before the word grace?
Sorry, embodied grace.
Embodied grace. Embodied
Mhm.
grace. So they
Thanks,
should be in the
Joe.
comments now. Yeah, these are our words so far. Big love and welcome.
Embodied grace. I just want-
Resiliently centered in our sovereignty as we embody grace of unwavering focus
Oof.
and focus on our wildly important wishes.
Oof.
And with that,
Mm.
that is an invitation, Cindy.
Oof.
Wow. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you. I just feel like I just stepped into something.
Yeah, you did.
I feel it like, like when you have imagine not into animals, but the softness of mink against your skin. It's just like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, yeah, this is what life is like. I can wear this. I can wear some resilience and sovereignty and being centered. I can wear grace from the inside out. I can desire anything my mind can imagine. Oh, and let me imagine. Let me imagine. Not asking permission, but being it.
Yeah.
What's just gonna make it even more delicious?
I
Yeah.
love that, making it and not asking permission.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
No thought of permission.
Yeah. Just because it's good, it's just delicious. Yeah. What a feast here this morning. Mm.
Mm.
Wildly
Tastes
important
good.
witness. Yes, doesn't it? Like, let me have some more of that. But I don't even have to like gorge it or stuff it, you know?
Nope.
I can have as much of it, and even if I don't digest it, I'm still consuming it. Mm. Nice. Thank you for preparing such a lovely feast. I'm so glad I stopped by.
So good to hear your voice. I've not heard you in ages, Cinderella. Good few week.
Good to hear
So
you.
good. So glad you popped by.
Cindy, thank you for touching my heart. As soon as you came in, you touched my heart. So thank you.
Oh. You guys are my singing fans. So when you said that, there's this, what is the song? Maybe somebody knows it. Touch me in the morning. Never walk away. Present me with your love showers. And I'll enjoy you. You'll enjoy me all our days.
It was one of my favorite songs, but I cannot remember what the name is or who the singer was.
Yeah. Well, I had the one line. I made up the rest.
Was it not John Denver?
Who?
Wow, beautiful voice.
Thank you, guys.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
What you thinking, Allison? What you feeling?
Sorry if I was being called on. I stuck my headphones into my phone and then stick it into my ears. So it all of a sudden went very quiet and I couldn't figure out why. Sorry, guys.
No, we were feeling. And I was like
Good.
asking, what you feeling, Allison?
Oh, what am I feeling with that song? A longing. But it's not a longing of deficit. Which is interesting because usually longing would feel like a tear, but this didn't feel like a tear. This felt like embodied grace. That's what I came in with. That's what it felt like. Because it is such a beautiful song.
It's wanting more. Not because there's something missing, but because there's more.
Right. It's a way of being, right?
Yeah. Living in more, living in abundance, being magnetized, drawn toward more.
O thou, I give my sweet caress. No issue or need to impress. To
That's
long
divine.
for you is even more, not for a deficit or for a score, but just to
Oh.
be in your presence and be, and I nurture you and you nurture me. And the reciprocation and the exhilaration we share with even more. And everything is fulfilled as it should be. And no one has to keep a score.
That's gorgeous.
Wow.
Wow. Double wow.
How did you come up with this?
I'm just in the presence of all of you. You give it to
Mhm.
me. I express it.
Love it.
Mm.
The priestess.
Oh my days.
Whoa.
Fire.
Mm.
That was sublime, Sandrell.
I graciously say thank you. You all allow me to experience more of who I am.
Well, I graciously receive it. Oh,
Here, here.
man. Yeah. Yeah, there was one phrase that hit me between the eyes. Not deficit nor score.
Yeah.
But just for presence.
Mm.
Powerful, powerful. Yo, and that was direct from the field, Craig. That's what you're talking about all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a channeled message, brothers and sisters. Oh my.
Embodied grace.
Yep.
No deficit,
Mhm.
not keeping score. Mm. Facing the present with wildly important wishes. Opening to the focus of receiving that with resilience. Resiliently centered. Centered in grace and sovereignty.
Mm.
Unwavering focus. Knowing we will waver, we will wobble, we will wiggle, we will keep score, and we will have deficits. The sooner we come back to center. That is resilience. That is grace. That is sovereignty. It is our nourishment as we gather together. One
got
breath. Mm.
Only presence, nothing more. Presence.
Only breath.
Dwelling with presence. The presence.
Yeah, I practice it every day.
Every moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was beautiful, Jess. Thank you, brother.
Mm.
Jess is on the channeling thing now as well.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I'm using on the focus word of it all. And I was imagining that tree that's planted by the river. And being resilient. And I think there was a time when I thought that resilient was more strong. But actually, as he was speaking, as Jesse was speaking, it was, you know, sometimes you do experience a sense of deficit. But I also understand as being resilient, any space where there is a deficit, that's really the place where you're growing, you're ascending. You're called the tree that continues to grow up and roots down. So you can, you know, your principles can be, you know, you can explore your principles, you can test them, you can test your beliefs. You don't have to hold on to things so tightly, like it's this way, it's just this. This is what I found to be true, rigid. But anything that's true can take inquisition or study or a deeper understanding or even grow. And it's not, it can, you know, the wobble comes, but it's so much, if you just let the wobble be and test your principles and your beingness in love, it always finds its, what they say, the cream rises to the top or the water levels out. The balance comes to be what the balance is in truth. And it's okay. It's okay if it shifted. It's okay.
Yeah, it's what gives it flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking of that tree by the water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that thunderstorm that came by and that crack of lightning that hits the tree just makes that tree unique. Still a tree, just lost that branch in the storm. No big deal. Still a tree with its own unique flavor. still fruitful. Even more so.
So I was thinking of Pascal's sentence of practicing presence. And what came to me immediately when he said that was practice being human. Right? There's a looseness and a joyfulness around that for me. It's the same thing as going out and experimenting.
Yes, come out and play. Come out and play.
Mhm.
Don't be afraid. Play, interact. You can even
Mhm.
dance in a storm.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's no failure. It's just that delayed success. And imagine if we say to ourselves instead, then like, oh, I failed 50% of the time in my presence today. Instead, then like saying like, I succeed 50% of the time.
The
Just feel
difference
the
in that,
shift,
right?
eh?
Yeah, focus
Mhm.
on what you want.
It's the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh, I had a
But
good time
one makes
wobbling
you feel
last
good.
week.
The other.
I had a good time wobbling last week, but it's because of this practice. I was like, Central, you are wobbling. and I said, okay, you're wobbling, girl. Why? You know? So I put on some music and I changed the energy and I danced. And then I was like, okay, you got all this energy. That's what wobbling is. It's like undirected energy for me now. It's like, okay, you got this energy. You got this gas in the car. You're either gonna not go nowhere and worry about a wobble that's just gonna succumb you, or you can direct it and go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Where you want to go,
Beautiful.
girl? Where you want to go?
Yeah, the image I got is like, you know, these little ballerina figure that you can stick on your dashboard.
Yes.
You know, yeah, that's wobbling, right? So there's nothing wrong, right? And then as soon as you stop the car, it stopped wobbling.
And when you stop the car, you pause, you focus on where you want to go, and that's where you go. Even if it's just to the next corner. And then you get to decide, do I want to stay here or do I want to make a right or a left or go over that hill over there? What's going to give me the energy, not always results, what's going to give me the energy that I choose to be in to go forward? Because frankly, sometimes being human, you may not really know exactly what you want.
Exactly. And if you go back to what you are, you get a sense of stability in that. And then you can or a sense of direction more than stability.
Yes. But when you
Because
go
if you go,
back, go ahead, please.
if you go to your true identity, which is source, an alignment with source, it's a reflection of source. You've got everything that you need. It's all there. So
So I'm thinking of going back. Sometimes you do have to go back,
Mm.
but only to regain your perspective. If you're not sure, if you're not feeling good about what's happening, if
Mm.
you don't have the basis of the direction you had when you started out on the journey, you may have to go back. Like the prodigal son, he went back, but when he went back, there was still that aspect of growth from a more predominant order, because
Mhm.
he could value the foundation of the principles and how life was working. And then he grew up. He wasn't growing up in other places that were not the places for him to grow. But yet the experiences he brought back to value what he had at home. And then he had to, he honored that which was in himself to be gracious enough to take responsibility of who he was. So then he could not be eating slop like the pigs, but stand in the area of dominion of his gifting, of his inheritance, and stand up and take responsibility and participate in the growth and in the sovereignty of what works, of the Ancient of Days, of what already exists, coming into understanding how that works with his mind, his spirit, his body, and the community. He had a responsibility. But he could walk into his responsibility and honor it. Because I am that I am. He understood better his I am.
Mm. That was an amazing treatise on sovereignty. Little Cindy is hot today.
Hot as the sun.
Mhm.
No, I'm feeling a really beautiful energy in here tonight, in here today. So it's a pleasure to be with you guys live. Alive and live.
Yeah, there's a glow coming off us today. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I picture ourselves like around a fire. And then we emit more light than the actual fire.
That's a beautiful image, Pascal. Love that. The glow of life. The radiance of consciousness.
And the breath of life.
Mhm.
Centered and laying out the wishes, the desire. Drawing focus towards. And back to center. Back to radiant life. Flow of life. Center of now. Center of presence. Back out to wishes. Wildly important wishes just beyond the last one. Stretching for it. Imagining it. Embodying. And that's just center. Just beyond that wish again. Coloring it in. Breathing life into it. On your way back to center, just see what has to happen to get there.
think the bridge for me is realizing I'm being too serious. And that recognition gives me the space to giggle, to be observant of my body, and if any areas are tense, to smile. To let go with love.
Smile with love. Yeah. Thanks, Joe. That's what I named that portrait. Smile with love. And reflection.
And then I'll get a strong, energetic feeling in my body. And that's my spirit acknowledging me, acknowledging it,
Mm.
and us combining, co-creating.
Rewarding you, rewarding us.
So my practice with Kai around not taking life too seriously, it's like everything he smile, I laugh. And I laugh quite hard. And he's like, what are you doing? You know, like it's just like his face is just like priceless, right? And then like he goes again, and it's like, ah! just see his face is just like, wow. He's like, what daddy's doing? But yeah, I use it as an excuse to laugh.
Yeah, and it's approval. A confirmation.
It can be 50% love or 50% anger.
Reinforcing joy.
The anger is love, though, in it as well. It's constricted.
The lack of it.
As well, anger
Never
can be
ending.
a great tool. It can be used as a really good tool to, like, as long as you not keep on thinking about what you're angry about, but shift it to what you want to be creating and what you want to focus on. Because it's a laser beam. Yeah, like they say in Star Wars. I like it when you become angry. You know, we didn't say something like that, but paraphrasing. But I mean, you get focus. You get your focus. So we can use it like that, you know, and then take it to us what we want to create.
Right, flip it. Recognize it in the presence, recognize it and flip it. What is it that we really want? What is it we really need? That anger is just a lack of something. Usually not being heard.
And there's evidence of wanting change too, which is just another way of saying what you said. So.
And we think that is what's going to drive the change. The anger.
Yeah, a sense of dissatisfaction.
Does a beautiful job of spinning the wheels in the mud.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
Which just keeps you stuck,
Mm-hmm.
digs a deeper hole.
Messy.
And it gets messy too. Painful.
I'm complete for this morning. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you soon.
Thank you, Allison.
Thank you, Allison. Have a great day.
Love you.
Well, boys, what stands out for us to continue with?
Presence of being. Allowing and accepting the presence of being. Progress. Setbacks. And progress again.
Yeah, for me, presence is everything.
Hey, you guys watched the movie Know Thyself, Part 1?
Mm-mm.
No, I don't think so.
No? It came out about like 7 days. I'll put it in chat. And I watched probably like 20 minutes yesterday, but yeah.
Put it in the messenger group. Put it in the messenger group.
No,
You'll get lost in it.
no,
No.
no,
$27.99.
no way. I'll just keep it for myself. That's why I talked about it. Yeah, no, it's exactly what we're talking about, presence and like know we are, what's consciousness, like it's really good, like on the spiritual side and then on the also the scientific side as well. So it's really profound. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it.
Yeah. Thank you, Pascal.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, presence to me means when God and me become a we.
That's mad because I did a live stream of the day and I said, is it about me or is it about we?
Yeah. What are we doing today?
Yeah, I
Funny.
spoke about this yesterday. When I had like a past life regression session, like she said, like she differentiate when it's my ego, my identity talking, or my higher self. If I'm talking, I say I versus we. So if I say we, then it's my higher self.
That was a nice gift she gave you.
Well, yeah, I didn't realize at first, And like I said to you guys, like I didn't think it was that great, because like I don't know how to differentiate when it's my ego mind and then when it's my higher self that's talking. Because they all come out from my mouth, right? So
I think to me, it comes as a hierarchy, as phases, where we begin with, it's like they and me, like them out there separate. And it's an understanding of me, like, oh, there's an I, there's a me. And then as we develop that, we realize that we flip that M into a W, and now it's a we. So it's a we is just a collection of me's.
yeah, and the other thing I heard is, I lost the thought. It'll come back.
Yeah. So I'm going to throw this in, Pascal, because that interaction you had with Kai when he's smiling at you and you giggle back at him and all that stuff. That's a we activity.
Yeah, like if you see God in everything.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like the different, like to differentiate if it comes from your ego mind or it comes from your higher self. What I heard is like, if the stuff that comes out from your mouth is good for the whole, then it's from your higher self. And if it's just benefits you, then it's your ego mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a blame, judge, settle the score, get back at, revenge, limited, scarcity, win,
Ownership.
lose, ownership, no, regret. I mean, it takes all sorts of flavors to it, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's those that those flavors are our tendencies.
Solopreneurship,
Yeah, alone,
acting alone,
divided.
separated, individual.
It's like a teenager and adolescent.
Yeah. Yeah. What's my identity?
So an identity is defending, is fitting in, is belonging, is
Uniformity.
Yeah, if people know who they are, it's the end of suffering.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't mean like there's not going to be any pain, but it's the end of suffering.
Yeah. It's fighting for sameness. I want my experience to be the same as his, so I'll buy his program. And how futile is that?
Yeah, that's why I'm drawn so much to like, yeah, courses, but like experiential like courses, like
Yeah.
not just talking, right? Like just blah 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 blah, but like that I experience it through my being.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the missing piece in online learning.
Yeah,
That's the part that hasn't been exploited. It hasn't even been explored.
So I think the missing piece in online learning, online learning, is the accountability. So
Yeah.
I had like a men's group, and then like every week we had homework.
Yep.
And we were paired with partner, so we were holding each other accountable. And then at the end of the week, like, we were presenting what we learned about ourselves, like how was the exercise, like all that
Yep.
stuff, right?
Yep.
And that was so valuable, like
Well,
having an accountable partner in online learning is inevitable.
Yeah. It's really, it's the interaction and the cooperative learning that happens, the mutual learning that happens. That's really the valuable part. Yeah. Because you're learning and applying it at the same time, and it's actually installing a pattern. It's working with the patterns of behavior and encouraging interaction.
even accountability holds some limitedness to it, where I would replace with like people, like what we can learn is how to engage.
Yes.
Permission to engage. That's what I see is in all of it. And yes, accountability is a better form than of just sitting there having someone tell me something, right? Without changing, without doing the behavior, without noticing what's there and modifying it, as that's what happens when we work with others. Yeah, but if we're not practicing, if we're not in learning,
Right.
we're not fully, we're not present, we're not engaged, we're not giving and receiving. Really, what it appears to me as if your lessons can be shared with me unknowingly.
Yeah.
And it may not be just for this moment. It might be for something from the future, from the past. Past is obvious. We can see that. When we work with each other, we can see how perspectives shift. But I also think it has aversion to the future. And better yet, we can focus on that it does.
Yeah. Yeah, this hypnosis class was like that. I was teamed up with a perfect partner. In fact, when we were in the large group to start off with, I didn't know who it was, but there was somebody in there that had a very complementary energy to mine. And sure enough, I got paired up with her to do all the exercises and have the experience together, and it was perfect. Just plain perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect for you, right?
Perfect for me, perfect for her, and perfect for the group.
The group too.
Yeah, because the energy that the two of us generated together became part of the whole experience for everybody. And that's true all across the table. That was, was the we experience.
You know, created by the structure of the content of the setup of the space that was created to participate, to engage.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And we engaged in a very deep level because we already knew that we had free permission from each other. I mean, that's we kind of talked about that right the first time we got into those smaller groups. She and I talked about that, not directly, but that was the sense of the conversation to start with.
And want what we are looking for opens that space significantly.
Yeah. And to bring in another term that's come up in these morning sessions over and over, the value. That's the value. It's not in the video, and it's not in just the experience. The value is in the depth of engagement. The value is in the intimacy of the interaction. That's in we. That's in relationship. The real learning is in relationship. Relating to each other, but also relating to the energy that we bring. The energy is the gifts, the genius, and the greatness that we bring. Allowing the other to experience that and interrelate with that. Every morning we meet, we're creating experiential learning. Just what it is.
Effortless.
It's effortless, totally. And the thing is, it's not mine or yours, it's ours.
They made my vacation days so much easier today. My foreman was like, yeah, you know, like sequence 240 to 340. Said, don't worry about doing them. Like like they need to. They have an instructor, so they're training someone.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, okay, and then I went ahead yesterday, you know, and so I'm like, so what I'm gonna be doing today? Yeah. That's why I left. I left later from the yard. That was so beneficial. Like I was sun gazing for probably like 40 minutes or so.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah.
You could just be with us.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, one of my foremen yesterday came to me. It's like, yeah, but you don't like this job, eh? And I'm like, yeah, not at all, not at all. He's like, really? You like it? I was like, it's not the job itself.
Ah,
So,
Mhm.
yeah, I
Good
said the job
example.
is,
Good example of what giving our power to, right?
yeah,
yeah.
So as if the job is to fulfill us, complete us, make us whole.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is man. That is a wow. That's a never, and that's so much, and so many of us do that.
Yeah. It's a carrot that society dangles in front of us.
Mm.
Have us believe that the job has something to do with fulfillment.
Mm.
Pardon?
Your job will never make you happy.
Well, exactly. That's the promise.
Mhm.
yeah, it's your approach.
Yeah.
And then I have a colleague. I was like, how you doing today? And then like, I just bump into her, right? Like I'm just bugging her. And then she was like, yeah, just knock me out so I can go home. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's our approach.
Well, and all that is so counter to our true natures, you know,
Yeah.
to how we're designed to experience life. It's all, yeah, big deception and yeah.
Yeah, it's just your perception, right? Like the way you engage with life.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not like she has like a harder job than me, right? Not at all.
Well, none of us are designed to be a good employee. We keep fighting to try to be that, right?
Yeah.
In fact, we're not even designed to work.
Yeah. Well, back in the days, yeah, you would call it work, but it was like just to survive, right? It was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to build my home. I'm going to build a shelter. I'm going to grab some food. I'm going to, cut some wood. I'm going to do this, that.
But human
But
beings
they
have never
didn't
had
have
to
a
work.
job, right?
Yeah.
They didn't have a job that they have to.
Human beings have
accountable
never
for.
had to work to survive. And look at the indigenous tribes. I mean, basically there was people that were designated as hunters.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't work, but they hunted, right?
Yeah.
And and to find food, and other people were designated to build shelter and do that.
Yeah.
And it kind of got down to a science, and it wasn't like work. I mean, it was like very natural stuff. Like somebody got to play out in nature and throw spears at animals.
Yeah.
There's video gaming right there. Right? Somebody else got to play with the trees and make teepees. You know what I mean? Like it's all
Yeah, it
it's
was all
play.
based on their genius. Based on their
it's all,
genius,
it's
right?
all play. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. This work thing is just an oppression technique. That's what the binary mind does, right? It creates problems to solve.
Yeah.
It creates work to do. Because it believes fear and it believes scarcity.
Yeah, because we always think it's never enough.
Right. Right.
You know? Never enough.
Yeah, it's core beliefs.
Yeah.
You can't play for a living.
Hi, everyone. I'm back. I got disconnected.
Oh, it's Cindrell.
Hell, now it's Cindrell. You know it.
You were always connected.
Little Cindy is back. Yeah, yeah. Little Cindy's always connected.
Thanks, guys. You know, I feel you even when I'm not like online.
Yeah, well, that's what we're saying.
Craig, I actually heard your voice last week when I was in one of my wobbles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Wow, lucky Craig.
Lucky Cindrell.
I was too busy sparking the fire.
Yeah. You make sure the stars keep their light in the skies even in the dark. That's what you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the light continues. It just does. That's its nature.
I'm going to spend a work day up with my daughter, and afterwards we're gonna see The Little Mermaid. And
That's the new one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So
version 3.
hmm it's nice to enjoy, the expansion of feeding your fantasies and your imaginations, with just unlimited possibility. And so, in full compliment, Jesse, I see you as the Little Mermaid's father, champion and guardian of all of the seas. you're that on Earth.
Is that Neptune?
I'm not sure. Could be.
Yeah.
It can be whatever we want it to be.
What's Neptune again?
Thank you.
Little Mermaid's father.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never watched any of those.
I haven't seen it for a long time either.
Well, that sounds like an amazing day, Cindy.
Look forward to it. So if anybody has any input on the sideline, I've been looking at, I got my domain for my coaching work it's called coachingconversationalist.com.
Oh, nice.
And so now I'm trying to figure out how to actually do the web page. I did get a web page with the .com. So I'm playing around in that arena just to get the page to look like a page that reflects me and what I offer. And that's what I'm working on today. And I found a resource that has been populating leads into my email. And I'm just seeing how that whole lead situation works. And that came to me after my wobble last week. Like, it's just like all of the stuff just started being the next obvious step and things falling into place. But now this web page thing is a wobble for me. It's the area of growth where I'm looking to work through it, whether it's by my hands or getting someone else to assist me with it. Of course, and then that will be a bartered system at this point. Someone who doesn't mind helping me with just bringing the web page together so I can publish it. And then another aspect is anybody know Paperbell? Paperbell, you can, through them, you can send your, I can have that on my webpage so people can actually pay through there, sign their contract through there, and see what else on the webpage and on Paperbell, the other offerings that I offer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. I've used it. I still use it. It's a solid system for the price.
Cool. Thank you.
For booking one-on-ones and stuff. Yeah, it's really good for that.
Mhm.
So does it list all your offerings on one page kind of a thing?
Yeah, and payment and landing pages and scheduling. Scheduling's the big aspect of it.
Mhm.
And communication between people, continuity in your communication.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's it's a CRM too, so you can take notes on your client and keep it all in one place.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm thinking I was reviewing so many, but I think that's one of the aspects too. If not, I'll keep it separate on an Excel webpage.
No,
But
it does. It allows you to keep them all there and active, and you can share them. And yeah, it's pretty slick for keeping all your notes for them.
Beautiful. So it's amazing. Like I've seen all of this before, but if you guys remember that painting that I did with the cast that had been covered up before, it's like I could never even breathe through this stuff before. Like I would stop breathing. Like you get so far and just stop breathing, and that was that door. But yet I could see beyond the door, but it's like I could never travel that road like a glass ceiling kind of effect. And for which time has come. So last week was like I won't say it's the final wobble, but it was the wobble that creaked the door open enough for me to walk through it, and this just seemed like the next obvious step, like so simple. Although I have my challenges on the day to day, like the web page, working with that, but it's an action walk. Like I laugh about it now. It's like, okay, you've been sitting in front of this computer for 4 hours. What have you got done? Okay, write down what you're doing and just pursue that one thing, figure it out, and help me. So I didn't have that tool before in my life. So.
Yeah. Celebrate that. Yeah. Celebrate, because that will always come back. That image, that moment, that step, that revealing will always come back. That's a place for motivation, for engagement, for sitting there and wondering, oh, what's next then as well. It becomes a source of power.
And instead of going to overwhelming or anxiety or all of those self-defeating thoughts try to creep in there, which really has no place in my life, but they be knocking on the door like, hey, you remember me? You can't do it. This isn't gonna happen. No, you'll waste the whole day. And I laugh at it now, and I get up and I dance. I dance, and then I go back and do some more work.
Yeah.
I said, I can get my workout in. I can get some progress made. It's good. And I just want to help other people to know that they can choose how they feel. They have authority and the right and the energy and the choice and the ability to choose how they feel. They don't have to succumb to any way that does not allow them, support them feeling good.
Way to go. Yeah, just tiny actions. They feel overwhelming at times, and it's step through each time, and then big breakthroughs, and then stuck again, breakthroughs, stuck again, breakthroughs, stuck again. Timing so much into it. And like we said earlier, we can 50%, we can look at it as a failure, or we can look at the other 50% as a success. Call that the orientation, right? What is our orientation? How are we engaging with our orientation? Because we're always engaging and we always have an orientation.
I like that. And how are we engaged with our orientation? The orientation is important, but how will we engage with the orientation?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's all in that it's the choice, right? If you engage, it's a choice. It's always the choice. Our default is to disengage.
Right. Right. And what does that look like and feel like? From what I've experienced, it looks like not thinking something through, not feeling something through, and letting those knots knot up in your chest and just really paralyze you.
No, consume.
Mhm.
It consumes the energy, it consumes the thinking, it consumes the process, it limits what's possible, removes the choice, removes the appearance of a choice.
God, you hit me with some words today. Like consume, it's just like suck all the life out of it as if it doesn't exist, like no life exists, no energy to go forward, no power to go forward, no thought to go forward. Just like even the presence of being a zombie is like being, it's nothing. You're not putting out any energy, you're not taking in any energy, and you're breathing the shallow, and your thoughts are not even shallow, they're just like not even thoughts, because you're paralyzed even in allowing yourself to think, because if you think, you'll feel something, and if you feel something, it's gonna be, you're gonna have to come up against all of that resistance that is built up, that you have prefabricated yourself. And then the book says, can these dry bones live? Yes, thou knowest. And these dry bones can live, but you have to exercise choice. That's where the willpower comes up. It says, yes, I'm alive. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but damn it, I'm alive. I'm here, I'm present.
Yeah, I'm open to what comes next. I'm engaged with what'll show up next. Eventually, I'll like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's only if I don't like it now.
Yeah.
Engaging in sovereignty, engaging in power, engaging in resilience, engaging with our wishes, our desires, our success. Those are orientations, not our defaults, not our default orientations, not the ones we've learned and not the ones we picked up on. But the ones we keep choosing, unaware of usually.
I've lately been referring to them as prefabricated existence.
Mm.
Those defaults. You don't even know that you're in a that you're living an orientation of a default.
Yep. Well, Cindy, I can't help with a web page, but I'd be happy to look at them or give suggestions. But I'm not an expert in it and can't say I've ever produced one that really works. So not my domain.
So I have that so very much.
I know I don't know of many that have produced one that really works, right? They all they all try it. I mean, that's the point, is do it, put it out there. It won't work the first time, do it again, put it out there, and eventually it'll morph into the one that will work.
Right.
It's just part of the collection, of the gathering of the tools.
Yeah. So I'm learning how it works. So I'm looking for, right now, I ended up yesterday at the point where I was looking for pictures to put in, just to give it the color and to give it the movement that it needs. And I discovered, some wording that I wanted to use. And then this morning, some more came to me. So I'll play with that wording as well.
Mm-hmm.
And not yielding to the prefabrication, because what I'm offering, I haven't seen it out there. So I definitely have to, make sure I clearly convey what it is. So I'm going to be offering phone calls where people can schedule a one-off phone call when they just want to talk to somebody and talk their thoughts out, for someone to listen to what they're saying so they can hear themselves.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
And they not, yeah. and they may never call again, or they may call for a one-off. I have on my calendar, I need at least like a 2-hour notice for my time that's available. So, you know, they can plan it within their day.
Mhm.
And then from there, I also offer the sequential coaching. But I just want to put some definition around it. And one of the key areas I know that I want to help people with is getting to knowing what they want, being able to choose and feel into their true choice.
Mhm. It's a powerful structure that most don't realize, they don't see, they don't know, and again, the defaults are in the way.
Mhm. I know it was for me.
Mhm. And that's what you speak to those that were in the way for you, and that'll guide those that need to be there with you. Well, we complete.
I know my obvious steps don't work for today.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm complete today.
You're complete.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you
Well,
all.
always have been, but
Mm. You just realize more of it.
yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, I'm just aware. I'm more aware of it.
Yeah, this time.
Wow.
You guys,
We
That's what
really,
presence is all about, actually.
we must be truly complete because both of you spoke the exact words that did not come out of my mouth. It's like a full circle. Because
Love you, little Cindy.
everybody, love you too, Craig. Because
You can call me Wee Craig.
I don't want to call you Wee. Oh no. No, it hasn't come to me. It'll come to me. It'll come.
Well, I'm not larger than life, so
No, there's hugs there. I might have to call you Hugs.
okay,
Hugs.
that works for me. I resemble that remark.
Well, I will insult you and flatter with it frequently.
Okay.
all right,
It's the sting and it goes away as soon as the hug is implied. It's there.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you so much, everybody.
I got it. Received
yeah. You guys have a great day.
and
Yeah,
reciprocated.
you two guys.
All right.
Love you
Bye.
guys.
Love everybody.
Bye.